Once upon a time, there was a troll. But not just any kind of troll, but a devil troll. The devil troll crafted a magic mirror that distorts everything it reflects, making the bad parts of you look even worse, and everything you love hateful and ugly.
Brilliant work, if I do say so myself. No! Now I'm going to have 7 years bad luck.
It was worse than 7 years bad luck, because those cursed splinters of glass were blown by the wind all over the world. And when a splinter of glass enters someone's eye, it travels to the heart, freezing it like ice. Making their eyes like the troll mirror, seeing only the bad and ugly in everything and everyone. But that's just the beginning of the story. There lived a boy named Kai and a girl named Gerda. They lived next door to each other and have been best friends all their lives.
Planting roses with you is my favorite thing to do, Gerda.
Really, Kai? I thought eating Abelskiver was your favorite thing to do.
Right, that too. But whatever you're doing, that's my favorite thing to do too.
Children, I baked some fresh Abelskiver. Come on inside.
You can never have too much Abelskiver.
While the children enjoyed tea and Abelskiver, Kai's grandmother told them the tale of the evil Snow Queen, who ruled over winter with a frozen fist and loved to kidnap bad children, forcing them to do chores around her icy palace. The following winter, Kai was sure he saw the Snow Queen through his window, beckoning him to join her. But then, a splinter of glass from the devil troll's evil broken mirror blew into Kai's eye.
Good morning, Kai. Look, I made the first snowman of winter. Kai, why did you do that?
Because it was stupid and ugly, just like you.
Just like the others, the glass splinters has turned Kai cruel and aggressive.
Move out of my way. You're a terrible sledder. Your mother is ugly, and so are you.
Hello, little man. Are you hurt?
Watch where you're going.
I like your spirit. Perhaps I can give you a kiss to keep you warm.
Who wants to kiss you, you old hag?
You've been influenced by a shard from the troll's broken mirror.
She kisses him twice, once on his cheek to numb him from the cold, and the second on his forehead to make him forget about Gerda and his family. But she withholds a third kiss, as a third kiss would kill the boy.
Now, my young friend, come join me in my warm coach. We have a long journey ahead of us.
Kai never came home, and although Gerda was heartbroken by her friend's awful behavior, she was worried about him. So, carrying a basket of his grandmother's Abelskiver, she searched for him. That's when she spotted his sled sticking out of the river.
Oh, River, tell me if my friend Kai is alive. If you return my shoes, I know Kai lives. If you keep my shoes, I will know that he drowned. That means Kai's alive, and I'm going to find him. Maybe that palace downriver belongs to the Snow Queen.
But when Gerda arrived at the palace door, she discovered that it wasn't the Snow Queen's palace. And it would appear that the occupants have been inflicted with the cursed troll glass splinters.
I don't care about your friend. If I let you take our royal coach and bay our reindeer, will you go away?
While traveling in the royal coach pulled by Bay, Gerda befriends a little robber girl. Well, maybe befriends isn't the right word.
Oi! Kid! Step out of the coach and give me all your gold, and nobody's getting hurt.
I don't have any gold.
Those red shoes look sweet. How about I take them off your hands? I mean feet.
Oh, I need them. I can't go barefoot.
Welcome to my world, kid.
But I'm on a quest to find my best friend Kai. Have you seen him?
Might have. I'll tell you where he went, but give me them shoes.
Guess that's fair.
I spotted him with the Snow Queen, headed to Lapland.
The Snow Queen? I thought she was just a story.
Oh no, she's real all right.
I know how to get to Lapland.
You're a talking reindeer? Why haven't you spoken before?
I didn't have anything to say.
To Lapland. Yee-haw!
So, Gerda rode Bay for hours until they finally reached Lapland and the home of a mysterious sorcerer. Over tea and Dalbeskiver, of course, the sorcerer tells Gerda about the Snow Queen and her magic powers.
Oh, you're a sorcerer. Can you grant me a spell to defeat the Snow Queen?
Sorry, no, I cannot.
Gerda feels suddenly afraid and helpless.
Don't you see? You cannot receive any power greater than what you have now, which is your own pure and innocent heart.
And with directions from the sorcerer, Gerda and Bay set off for the Snow Queen's palace.
Halt! Who goes there?
Hello, my name is Gerda. I'm here to see the Snow Queen.
Right. You got an appointment then?
Oh, no, but this is rather urgent.
Listen, love. The Snow Queen is a very busy woman, yeah? Nobody sees her without no appointment.
Who likes Abel Skiver?
Oh,
I do.
I hate doing the washing up.
Stop your whinging.
Psst, Kai.
Who are you?
It's me, your best friend Gerda. You still don't recognize me?
Ew, no way.
I'm your best friend and I'm here to rescue you. Now come on.
Tisk, tisk. Are you here to rescue your friend? Not a chance. I will kiss your precious friend a third time, and he will die.
Gerda remembers what the sorcerer told her.
You cannot receive any power greater than what you have now, which is your own pure and innocent heart.
Kai bursts into tears, which dislodges the splinter from his eye and defrosts his cold heart. But she's not angry anymore, and just like her palace melting around her, the iciness of her own frozen heart is melting as well.
I'm free. My heart isn't made of ice anymore. I'm so grateful to you for warming the love in my heart with your own. Goodbye, children. Goodbye.
And so, remember, the best way to thaw a cold heart is a warm heart filled with love. I don't know what Albuskyver is, but it sure is scrumptious.
Sleeping Beauty. There was once a kind and wise king who ruled over a large kingdom. The only thing that the king and queen were sad about was that they had no child. But finally, their prayers were answered, and they were blessed with a beautiful baby daughter.
I'm so happy today. The little princess is so beautiful. I couldn't have asked for anything more.
We must celebrate. We shall have a grand ball and invite everyone in the kingdom. I would like everyone to come and bless my lovely child.
The king instructed his men to arrange for the celebrations and invite everyone to come and bless the princess. All the fairies were invited also. But the king's men forgot to invite one fairy who lived deep in the woods and who was known to be mean and wicked. At the ball, all the fairies came up to bless the little princess.
I bless the princess with beauty.
I bless the princess with wisdom and a kind heart.
Suddenly, the mean fairy went up to the queen.
You did not invite me to the ball, and you shall pay for it. Everyone else has blessed the princess, but I will put a curse on her. When she is 16, she will prick her finger on a spindle and fall dead.
Oh no, 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 no. I am so sorry that you were not invited. Please, please do forgive us. We have been blessed with a child after so many years. Do not take away our happiness. Please, take your curse back. I beg of you.
I said you shall pay, and so you shall.
So saying, the evil fairy left the ball, leaving everyone shocked.
Oh, how could she? She doesn't deserve to be called a fairy. She's just an evil witch, I say.
I don't think I will be able to bear this. My dear fairies, isn't there anything you can do to break this curse?
All the fairies got together to see what they could do. After their discussion, they approached the queen.
Your Majesty, it is not possible for us to break the curse of the evil fairy. But what we can do is make sure that the sweet princess will not die, but fall into a deep sleep for 100 years. Then, the kiss of a young prince will awaken her.
But by then we shall all be dead, and when she awakens, she will not recognize anyone. Oh, how will we enjoy seeing our daughter grow?
Once again, the fairies put their heads together to find a solution, and after discussing for some time, they went back to the queen.
Your Majesty, we have thought about this. When the princess falls into a sleep, everyone in the palace will also fall asleep, and when she awakens, the whole palace will awaken with her. This way she will know everyone.
There was nothing more anyone could do, and everyone was very sad.
Listen, everyone. First thing tomorrow morning, go out and destroy all the spindles in the kingdom. Not a single spindle should be left.
The king's men set out the next morning and broke and burned every spindle they could find. However, they did not see an old spindle lying in a small, dusty room in the palace itself. Years passed. The princess grew up to be a beautiful and kind young lady. Everyone in the palace loved her. She spent her days roaming around the palace and in the beautiful gardens outside. And then, the princess turned 16. People came from far and away to wish her.
I am so overjoyed to see our daughter grow up to be such a gracious and charming young lady. But now the curse of the evil fairy is coming back to haunt me.
Let us not worry, my dear. I've done my best to ensure that all the spindles in the kingdom have been destroyed. If there is no spindle, the princess will not be able to prick her finger on it.
I know. But the face of that evil fairy and her horrible curse just won't leave me in peace.
The princess spent the entire morning meeting all the people who had come to wish her on her 16th birthday, and then went to her room to rest. In the evening, she decided to be by herself and explore some parts of the large castle that she had not seen.
I never realized the palace was so huge. I don't remember ever seeing these rooms before. Oh, what is this? It seems to be some sort of tunnel. I wonder where it leads to.
The princess was very curious and started to go along the tunnel, which led to a dusty room full of old things.
I never knew there was a room full of such old things in the palace. Oh, there seems to be a light coming from the far corner and some funny sound. I wonder what it could be.
The princess made her way to where she could see the light and hear the sound. When she went near, she was surprised to see an old woman sitting and working with some yarn on some kind of rod. The princess did not know that that was a spindle, as her father had instructed that all the spindles in the kingdom be destroyed. And alas, the old woman sitting there was none other than the horrible fairy who had cursed the princess. She had somehow entered the palace, and with a spell, she had made the princess follow the path to the old dusty room.
Hello? I don't think I've seen you before in the palace. What are you doing?
I am spinning yarn, can't you see?
Oh, I'm so sorry, but I've never seen anything like this before.
Would you like to try it? It is not very difficult, you know.
The poor princess had no idea about the evil plan of the wicked fairy, and eagerly agreed to try her hand at the spindle. And, as the witch had cursed when she had been born, she pricked her finger, and immediately fell into a deep slumber.
I had told the queen she would pay for not inviting me to her grand ball, and I have now taken revenge for my humiliation. I will take her precious daughter's body and show her.
The evil fairy carried the princess to the main part of the palace to show the queen how she had taken her revenge for her insult. But what a strange sight met her eyes! Time had come to a total standstill, and everyone in the palace seemed to have just frozen in whatever act they were performing.
Hey! What is this? What has happened to all these stupid people?
The evil fairy did not know that the good fairies had changed her curse, and that the princess, together with all the other people in the castle, had fallen into a deep, deep sleep.
My revenge is complete, but I would have been happier to see the queen's expressions on seeing her dead daughter. Well, It's time for me to be on my way.
Away walked the evil fairy from the palace, not knowing the princess was not dead. 100 years passed, and everything and everyone in the palace remained frozen in time. But the beautiful gardens around the palace were overgrown with wild plants and now looked like a thick forest. In fact, the palace could now not be seen by anyone who was passing by. One fine day, a prince from a neighboring kingdom was out hunting. He was an adventurous fellow and was not scared to go into the deep forest. Suddenly, the prince happened to see something much farther ahead.
Goodness gracious, whatever can that be? It looks like the tip of a tower. But why would there be a tower in the middle of such a dense forest? I have to see for myself.
The prince cut through all the wild plants and bushes growing along the way, his feet crunching on the fallen twigs, till he finally reached the palace.
I can't believe my eyes. A palace in the middle of such a thick forest. I wonder if there's anyone around. Though can't imagine that anyone could stay here.
The prince made his way into the palace and couldn't believe the sight that met his eyes.
I need to pinch myself. I seem to be dreaming. Ouch! Okay, so this is no dream. But I just can't figure out what this is.
The prince wandered from room to room, seeing the same scene of people who seemed to be frozen like statues. Then the prince entered the room where lay the princess, and on seeing her, he just stopped.
What a beautiful young lady. Prettier than any I have ever seen.
The prince could not stop himself. He went forward, bent down beside the princess, and kissed her smooth white forehead. No sooner had he done this that the evil fairy's curse was broken. The princess opened her eyes